Hello everyone, I'm Fanko. My topic is Harry Potter Magic Awakened Mobile Game Transmedia Narrative Study. Abstract Cross media narratives emphasize the presentation of text on different platforms in diverse media forms and make the core text of cross media narratives richer while fully considering the audience content experience needs in different media. This paper takes the cross-media narrative system of the Harry Potter Magic Awakened mobile game as the object of study and introduces that under the trend of mobile games becoming popular, Harry Potter Magic Awakened immediately attracted attention to a large number of downloads when it was launched. Fans were pioneers of the game's downloadable user base, and although the game was targeted and effectively disseminated through different types of social media platforms during the promotion period, word of mouth eventually fell sharply due to slight degradation in product quality and operation. The existence of super intellectual property is a double edged sword, so it must be used reasonably well when using it. Keywords Transmedia storytelling, mobile games, Harry Potter, fan base, social media marketing, super intellectual property. If we talk about a great story in recent years, it has to mention microblog. And it all starts from June 26, 1997, the day the world's first microblog novel, Microblog and Sorcerer's Stone, was officially released. Although the first issue was only printed 500 copies, once reduced to stagnant books, but as the book Magic in the book came, Microblog and the Deathly Hallows was published in 2007. The magical novel has sold 450 unimaginable headline fan effect. Marco Bloch is famous for his novels, leading to the development of the series of related brands, including games, props, peripheral toys, series of attractions, series of amusement parks, amusement clubs, related books, related sim cities, etc. Mobile games are a new trend for young people to chase. With the gradual improvement of social productivity, the consumption behavior of the general audience has also changed. After satisfying material needs, consumers' consumption behavior has started to shift to meeting spiritual needs in this aspect. Leading data consultancy Quest Mobile released the 2021 Mobile Game World Insight Report. Quest Mobile data shows that, along with the continued evaluation of smart devices, the handheld game app has ushered in a new round of challenges, and as of June 2021, China's handheld game MAU 548 million, with a monthly per capita usage time of over 20 hours. The report shows that mobile game users are predominantly male, with significant useful characteristics, and Generation Z has gradually become the mainstream group of mobile game players. The secondary generation and the digital mobile indigenous are usually the generation born between 1995 and 2009, who were born in a seamless connection with the network information era and are more influenced by digital information technology, instant communication devices, and smartphone products. Young users under 24 years old are more still in the student stage, driven by social and entertainment needs, have a higher acceptance of mobile games, and the number of hand game apps used per capita is higher than the overall and other age group users. Harry Potter, Magic Awakened available. In recent years, it has been a popular trend for Chinese game creation companies to purchase and adapt popular literature or movie IPs for handheld games. In order to cater to the nature of this new medium of handheld games, the original story is converted back and forth in the process of adaptation with symbolic code. Elements of the original story are often split up, broken up, and systematically dispersed into multiple delivery channels for the purpose of creating an entertainment experience, that is, forming a cross-media narrative. Microblog Magic Awakened is an RPG handheld game, officially authorized by the original Microblog and independently developed by NetEase. The handheld game Microblog The Magic Awakens is a typical case of cross-media narrative from film to handheld game. The game uses the audiovisual symbols and narrative of British-style animation to recreate the original, reconstructing the classic architecture and scenes of Diagon Alley, Hogwarts Castle, and the branching ceremony from the Microblog film series. At the same time, the game extracts the narrative clues of the original for gamified text creation and restores the fantasy journey depicted by J.K. Rowling in the Microblog books from the perspective of a wizard freshman during the player's journey from Muggle family through the Nine and Third Fools platforms to Hogwarts College. Based on this, Magic Awakens adapts a whole new game world with original characters such as Ivy Warrington, Cassandra Ray, and Lottie Turner. The gameplay of Magic Awakened handheld game is as follows. 1. Players can participate in the main plot inside the game and do the main task to play. 2. Players can participate in the game inside the pool. 3. Players can go inside the game to explore the Forbidden Forest. 4. Players can go to other people in the game to duel. 5. Players can participate in a classroom with friends. The above is the basic gameplay of the game. Jenkins once proposed 7 principles of transmedia narrative: spreadability versus drillability, continuity versus multiplicity, immersion versus extractability, word building, seriality, subjectivity, performance. Among them, the principles of extensibility, continuity, and word building all make demands on the narrative's text, enough to show that the text is a prerequisite for the realization of cross-media narrative. In the creation process, the game invokes the magical style of the film series, adding role-play elements and PvP gameplay required by the game on the basis of the original audiovisual technology presentation. The story elements are cleverly scattered in the virtual world, activating the reader's gamer's memories and expectations of scenes and genres, accumulated from narrative cultures through subtle spatial representation, enabling them to immediately grasp the plot design and character orientation. They use this as a cognate strip to explore this virtual story space, play the characters in the story, and drive the storyline forward. Fans, the pioneering group in the transmedia narrative-oriented community, are active and motivated. Microblog fans are highly participatory and interactive. Not only do they have the ability to consume the content themselves, but they also spread content they approve of in various forms to those who are not exposed in the product, thus stimulating the participation and interaction of these potential fan groups. The spontaneous spread of fans is an important reason for the cross-media narrative to expand its effect. For example, fan engagement is also evident in the linking of interactive text on the Wizarding World website to new audiences. Users who registered in on the site were given the opportunity to take the branch hat test once. The house hat test is an admissions tradition at the original Hogwarts schools, helping new students to be assigned to a college. And on Wizarding World, registered users get their own college by doing quizzes in this interactive format. Each wand in this game is unique. The characteristics of the chosen wood, the characteristics of the magical creature from which the wand comes, and the characteristics of its owners are the 3 points that combine to make a wand a true wand and bring out its power. Each wand, from the moment it finds its ideal owner, will learn from its owner and promote each other. The uniformity of each wood and the description of the wand's characteristics cannot represent all wands of this type, even if the materials used to make them are the same, and the dimensions are the same. Each wand's experience is different. The player's wand is fixed from the moment they enter the game, but they can acquire the appearance of a wand with different bonuses later in the game's journey. This game session is a story derived from the original story about the wand Vinnet. The day microblog Magic Awakened opened for pre-download, many players received a phone call from 9579-5163 after answering the first game pre-download prompt. Then you can hear the other party said, "Congratulations again on official acceptance into Hogwarts Schools of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Have a great life at Hogwarts. Don't be late for school," and so on, accompanied by the classic theme song to enhance the sense of immersion. Promotion method. The game is spread during the promotion period by inviting movie actors' media conversations, microblog, Reddit, and other social media platforms. Under the high-speed development of the internet, the number of social media platforms is increasing and the number of users is getting bigger. For game makers, social media marketing can get more free traffic. Social media marketing is becoming another path that game makers can choose. In fact, social media active marketing is a form of modern social marketing, which mainly relies on social media platforms for marketing operations and a lot of exposure through different social attributes of different platforms. The current social platforms are already in a highly mature stage, and game manufacturers have realized a problem. If game products only pursue high exposure, the single form of social marketing can no longer meet the growth demand of products. Then, if game makers want to achieve user growth with social media marketing, the primary consideration is how to gain insight into the user population and develop effective strategies. Since this year, there has been a number of game products that have become explosive with the help of social media marketing, among which NetEase microblog The Magic Awakens is one of the best. The game manufacturers also need to analyze the user profile while marketing content, grab the interest of users, and then use the content and events to attract attention on social media. After years of development in China, microblog is already a large social platform, and all industry register official accounts on microblog. Unknowingly, microblog has become a must-have for social media marketing. Among them, the value of microblog hot search list is constantly increasing, and being on the hot search means huge exposure and high discussion heat. As mentioned above, only pursuing exposure does not bring growth to the game, so game makers should not just plant content for eye candy, but also should explore the hidden discussion points behind it. Take Microblog The Wizarding Awakening as an example. On the day the game was launched, the related topics occupied 12 positions on Microblog's hot search, with a total reading volume of over 1 billion times, achieving huge exposure. By observing the hot search topics, we found that all the topic contents were based on the admission to Wizarding Academy of Microblog. The Wizarding Awakening as an opportunity to expand topic contents around the event. Through the content and event form, the content has aroused attention in social media so that the product can be related to people and people can be related to each other, creating a more immersive social atmosphere. Thus, you can see that you must always believe in magic. Do you get calls from Hogwarts? And I'm watching fireworks at Hogwarts. 4 years later, they became roommates again, and a series of topic full of discussion points hit the hot search, inspiring discussion and spreading. One of the more popular tweets in the topic to get a call from Hogwarts was released by KOL Eating Sisters, which also received more than 12,000 retweets and more than 6,000 comments. Microblog The Wizarding Awakening takes the creation of a wizarding world as the backbone of its content marketing. Red is a lifestyle platform with mostly female users. The content of posts is mainly about jazzing, food, art, and emotion. Under the influence of her economy, Red, which is known as a base for female users, is gradually becoming a new battlefield for game producers to carry out social marketing. Microblog Magic Awakens has more than 70,000 notes on Little Red Book, and from the content of the popular notes, beside the hardcore content related to deck strategy, the more personalized face painting and makeup imitation have a lot of players participating. There are a lot of players involved in the discussion and praise. In addition to player spontaneous content, the official project team will also launch more targeted topics around its user profile according to the attributes of the platform, such as launching the topic Microblog Inspired Dressing, which will stimulate content creation and social sharing by encouraging users to put on makeup or dress up to restore game characters. Making specific content for social platform attributes is also a new change in social media marketing. Game makers use different public domain platforms to gather players, which shows the underlying logic that players' requirements for games have changed from simply pursuing fun to seeking hobby identification, which is what social media platforms can provide. Specific change affecting the entertainment industry, because although it is also just the age of early 20s, but because of the end of the world, it is early to find that the word use can no longer be used casually. This is a microblog fan's feeling after watching Microblog. There is no doubt that the microblog story in the hearts of generation of people implanted its immeasurable sentiment. 2021, after the game on the shelves from September 7 preheat to September 9, Magic Awakening full platform public test, the Wizarding World Terrier frequently on the Chinese media hot search. About microblog, Baidu indexed sold to 106,380 microblog topics on the opening day. There were even more than 5,000 widgets queuing up for some servers. NetEase, of course, will not let go this opportunity to make a lot of money. September 10th, the game has topped the iOS free game list, with 5 days in the Android and Apple market rolled up 343 million coins. As the Chinese game market looks to childhood for inspiration, there have been a number of similar mobile games, such as Oracle's Moore's Manor. Before its public beta in May 2022, the game had a rating of over 9 on TapTap, which dropped to below 7 shortly after the beta. As of May 24th, 2022, the game had a rating of only 6.2 on TapTap. On the other hand, there is also the risk of over-exaggerating players' expectations, and once there is a slight deviation in product quality and operation, the reputation may meet the Waterloo. The existence of super intellectual property rights is not for harvesting emotions, especially for global super IPs with many fans. And this is the reference. That is all. Thank you.